Good afternoon. Welcome back to Beyond the Trigger here, streaming live on multiple channels every Monday through Friday as we are midway through the week. By the way, did you know what tomorrow is? May the 4th be with you in advance. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. live as we are every day here. Just wrapping up a 3-day symposium, a virtual symposium about men in the 21st century. Another one of our partnership relationship with Rock the Stage Media and Market Apeel. Always a great time to have Shannon Peel with us here and dropping back in again with Shannon Peel. And today we want to talk a little bit about this idea of people are running events. They're doing activities, they're creating content, but sometimes we don't know what to do after the event. A lot of what the magic of what Market Apeel does with these symposiums is keeping the energy going to the next, but there's an intentional plan and hook to have them people stick with you, right, Shannon?
Yeah, because you have to have a long-term plan. A lot of what I do is I create a platform that enables people to come and tell their stories to their ideal audiences. However, I need to get those people in. And how do I do that? It's with a multi-platform funnel. Like, I'm not talking about a product funnel, like an e-commerce funnel, like ClickFunnels. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, yes, we do use email, but I'm talking about you drive traffic into a central thing, which is the book. And we use the event, as a gateway to the book. And from there, once again, it's connecting with that audience, reminding them, hey, remember this, remember this, remember this. Hey, did you do that? Because how many times has you bought the replays and never, ever watched them?
Right. Well, again, we have the event. Actually, we have the pre-planning for the event. We get the speakers lined up. We accumulate all their information, their bio, all the usual stuff. We do the event, record every one of the events. Then we also have, as they're funneling in to be speakers, they hopefully become a part of the community. Right. So that's bridge number one. Is we keep building the community, and we have multiple topics. Like right now, how many different topics of communities do you have?
4. We have the standout, which is all about marketing. We have Beyond Trauma, which is all about healing. We have Embrace Equity, which is all about corporate culture. And now we just finished up The Modern Man, which is all about men and how they can survive in today's world or succeed in today's world, which is the same as surviving, I guess.
And then we always have the next event also ready to go that we are always so. Besides doing an event, you have to have the pipeline, the connectivity to the next bridge because people will fall off. People forget so darn easy.
Yes.
Oh, they have cool events. They know what they're doing. So you always have to keep the engine going. So once they're in the community, what do they get out of the community experience?
So once you're in the community, there is a social media feed where there's questions that you can answer. You can find the support from other business owners or supportive coaches that can help you in your journey or give you a solution to a problem that you might be having. It's a real connection that you can make in a community that is focused on that topic. Now, I know what you're saying, but Shannon, they have those on Facebook and they're,
Yes.
tens of thousands of people that it's great, but there's so much distraction on Facebook. It's so hard to find that information sometimes because it's just this big feed going on and on and on. And you don't ever you miss a lot. And when you miss that, sometimes you get chapter 1, chapter 5, and maybe if you're lucky, chapter 10 before you hit the end and you're wondering, well, what the heck happened anyway? And why am I buying this? I don't really get it. So it's really important to be able to guide people from chapter 1 to chapter 20 and ensure that they understand what's going on along the way. And that is the customer journey. That is ensuring that your footprint and your funnel meet people with that in that customer journey. And that's part of the community. The community enables them to go through that journey and find the solutions that they're looking for along that journey.
Well, and the Market Apeel community, so far what we've seen is high engagement in the communities. I mean, they're liking the events, they're connecting to the events, they're getting good content, and then they're also flipping into it, and they're also providing their own content and questions. And the engine has gone really fast for the growth of an interactive community, hasn't it?
It has, because when we are interested in something, when we want to know about something, and that's all that there is, and that's all that it's about, we get engaged with it. Can you imagine watching a TV show? Like, let's say you're watching MASH and you're right into those characters and everything, and then all of a sudden, the next episode of MASH is, I don't know, the Brady Bunch, right?
Guest
And
appearancing, Bobby Brady.
all of a sudden it's like, well, hold on a minute. And it's halfway through the Brady Bunch episode. So you don't really know what happened before. You don't really know what happened afterwards. This happens a lot in like Chicago, that Chicago series, Chicago MD, Chicago
Mhm.
PD, Chicago Fire,
Yep.
where they do these multi shows.
Crossovers. They do the
Crossovers.
crossovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're streaming one of the shows, and all of a sudden you get a third of the storyline, and you're going, okay, well, what happened? And you can't access the other one because that streaming service doesn't allow it. I mean, this was really big with Arrow, right? Like, you're going to watch it. Netflix has got Flash, but they don't have Arrow and they don't have the Legends. So you can't access those other parts of the story. And that is very aggravating. So imagine your audience is going through and they're only getting tiny pieces of your story. How are they supposed to know what it is that you want them to do? Or how is they supposed to know even how you can help them?
Well, and that's where we jump now from the group interaction, filling those gaps and keeping it moving, to the book. And the book really is a genius, particularly of what Market Appeal is putting together. It's unlike anything else I've seen out there. And you're not just leveraging the book for internal use benefit. We are using it as a lead magnet, as a bonus, as a purchase separate, but we get information from the speakers first as the beginning components of this. We record all the material. You and I each provide bonus material at times, like this will be a bonus material somewhere in one of the books. And then we also have the post material that comes in from the community or more bonus from the speakers. And it's evergreen, right?
Yeah, it is evergreen. And that is a big piece of the book. But there are things that aren't evergreen. Like, let's say one of the speakers has an event that or a offer. They have an offer that they want to talk about. So they put the offer in their lead magnet section of their page, but it's only until June, right? Well, I can swap that out. I can put that in there and swap it out so that it remains current.
A
And
living, breathing book.
exactly. And we all know that things change and there's new ideas and new conversations happening about a topic all the time. So I'm able to add that in as the book grows. Because just because, the standout book is 100 pages, and when I say pages, because there's a lot of click in, there's a lot of video, there's a lot of pop up, there's a lot of go to this to read more. That 100 pages is a lot of content. But I can add another 100 pages of that type of content in. So let's say you come in and you say, oh, Shannon, I missed this standout. I would have, that's what I do. I help people stand out in today's marketplace. Would have loved to have been a part of that. Great. Let's put you in the book. Let's get you in the book. We'll do a video. You can do the presentation or we'll do the interview, whichever you want. Put you in the book. Now, do you want to have extra content? Do you want to put more in there? Because we have packages that enable them to do that. And if they want more exposure, more visibility in the community, let's do a newsletter on just you. Let's do a special email shout out on just you to the whole community. And as the community grows, that becomes more and more valuable, which is a good thing.
So, yes, Market Appeal is doing these events and Rock to Sage is partnering with the events. But the thing is, the events are funnels, opportunities, elevate you and your brand. And the community helps you do that. The live events help you do that. And the ongoing books help you. It's a very multi-dimensional way of amplifying you, and not just one time, but ongoing times. That's if you leverage it right, correct?
Exactly. So like when I go to an event or I'm on a podcast or I'm at an event, I don't just post about it during the event or just after the event. I'm posting about it forever. I have I use what it's called, social for Twitter, which really is a basket of content. So it posts my post and that puts it at the bottom of the queue again, and then it comes up and it posts it again. So on Twitter, I'm constantly reposting things that I've done, whether it's being quoted in articles, being in the news, speaking, being on a podcast that's constantly being put out there. I then, I also talk about it on social media like LinkedIn, have it on my page. Oh, look, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. If I get access to the content, I will create snippets here and there to put onto YouTube, to put onto Reels or whatever, all that stuff that is growing in the social media world, because we want short content, short content, short content. But you can't always have short content. That short content has got to lead to longer content, to deeper thoughts. Otherwise, it's just clickbait and you don't get anywhere. A lot of people sit in that top of the funnel and wonder why they don't ever get a buy. Well, it's because you're expecting them to go from here to here, and it just doesn't happen.
And that's why you do a short, but you put the link into the long, or
Right.
the link into the book, or the link back to a community. You want to use that as a commercial to tease them, to bring them in, but you don't want to just live there. And too many people, like you said, are living there. They don't have the thought out intentional plan the way you've really done with Market Apeel.
Well, and they don't have time either. So that's why when the speakers come to one of our events, it is a marketing channel. Like, this isn't just, hey, you come and speak. This is, you come and speak and you're getting a marketing channel on top of it. It is a process that gets you in front of people multiple times. So if you come and buy, like, let's say you come and you want to check out Standout Summit 3 months from now, the Standout book. You see the Standout book, you check it out. Well, right then you would get newsletter 1. Whether you get it 3 months from now, today, a year from now, you always start at newsletter 1. And newsletter 1 gives you a little bit more content, a little bit more, maybe a challenge, maybe an idea, maybe, hey, have you thought of this? And it continues on from there, because this is all about helping you take action. So if after an event, you can find a way to talk to your audience to help them take the action that you were talking about during the event, by breaking it down into those steps that they can take, they will become more engaged with you, because you're helping them move forward, and hopefully helping them move forward to your buy button.
Well, and that's why it's ongoing. Doing the event itself is not what you want to do. You want to do something that's going to add, enrich, and continue the funnel going. So what would be some tips you could give people here to get in this mode of, so many people work on the front side, they work on the event, they're exhausted, and they don't think about the tail on the back end. What advice would you have?
Well, I'd start before the event. So you're going to let your audience know that you're going to this event and that you're talking about this. Now, the most important audience that you have is the audience that you have, not the audience that you don't have, not the one that you want. It's, you start, the most important people are the people that you have right now. So make sure that you've invited them to the event. Does the event have a LinkedIn event page, a Facebook event page where you can invite people? Make sure that you're inviting people. If they don't have a page, create your own page. Even if they have a page, maybe create your own page and invite your people to the event so you can see who is interested in that topic. Once you find out who's interested in that topic, then you can segregate them into a list if you want. Of course, with Facebook and LinkedIn, you're going to have to be typing a lot, copy and pasting into a one by one. But at least you understand that these people are interested in what you have to do. You can then message them. They've said that they're interested in this. DM them and say, hey, look, have you gotten your ticket yet? Are you going to be there? After the event, message them and say, hey, I hope you were there. If you weren't there, here's a link to my free thing that you were giving away. Or here's a link to my show or to my presentation, if there is a free version of it, even if it's just the trailer of it. Or they can go and buy the replays, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If the event has that page, go in and ask to connect with all those people that you're not connected with. Say, when you're connecting on LinkedIn, you give them the connection thing, right? So, hey, I'm speaking. I see you're interested in this event. I'm speaking at this event, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Let's connect. That's going to help you build out your connections. After the event, same thing. I hope you were able to go. If you weren't able to go, here's my thing. You're connecting with them before, during, and after in that way.
Well, and that's really where the engine, again, today we did our event. We did lead-in stuff to this one. We did one every day. Immediately after the event, either you or I or both of us were sharing screenshots, sharing stories about it, putting it back out, immediately celebrating the day's events. And we've already gotten comments, feedback. In fact, I had one gentleman just before we went live today saying, I missed it. How do I get in on it? And it happens instantaneously.
Yes.
So right now, the Market Apeel QR code is up. That takes you right to the main Market Apeel website to learn more about Shannon and about what we do with these symposiums, the community, and everything else, because it really is that fast moving, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And all they have to do is when you get to marketapeel.com, you just click on the green Apple Peel. If you want to go and check out everything to do with the appealing symposiums, if you want to check on the books only, you would click on the gold Apple Peel, and that would take you to Book Appeal, where all of the books are, as well as books that I've done in the past, and how I can help you create your own multimedia interactive digital book, which is basically taking your story, which is spread out over the internet, and bringing it into a logical outline to guide people through, utilizing video, podcasting, articles, forms, comments, everything that you can think of to put on a website, I can put into this amazing digital book for you to connect with your audience.
If you want to learn more, really connect with Market Apeel, Shannon Apeel, or Shannon Peel. I've just got used to putting it all together. But you really need to catch. She is a genius at the build out, the planning, the flows, all the things. And it's a thrill to always have you here, Shannon, to drop back in. Great to do these symposiums with you. We are going to have more.
We're going to have more.
And rock the stage. We're
going to definitely have more. And I think I might have to change my middle name to something with an A.
We can work that in.
we can figure that out.
Shannon Peel here with us again at 2 p.m. with the Trigger. We're going to be back again tomorrow for more 2 p.m. And don't forget, we are less than a week away from the I Stutter event that we're going to be doing next week here on 2 p.m. with the Trigger. We have a great lineup of different individuals, leaders, influencers that stutter. And we're not going to freak out. We're not going to talk down. This is to inspire, to educate, to better help you understand what stuttering is, what it's not, and the amazing lives people live when they learn to embrace it, overcome it. It's going to be a great week. I'm really looking forward to the National Stutter Awareness Week coming up on May 8th through the 13th. You're going to want to join us live here at 2 p.m. with the Trigger. And then coming up tonight, we do have Hollow Rock the Stage. Tim Gillette will be our guest. And we go live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, streaming live on many of these main Saints channels with Tim Gillette on How to Rock the Stage. Until then, I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrager. We'll see you back here 2 p.m. with the Trigger.